Hey everyone, big earnings week ahead. In this video, we'll go over what to expect and what I'm personally doing as an investor. Some huge names are reporting, so let's get into it. So first up, who's reporting and when? Today after hours, we've got Waste Management and Nucor. Tomorrow, things get a lot more interesting. Before the market opens, we've got SoFi, PayPal, UPS, Spotify, and Merck. And after the close, it's Visa, Starbucks, and Booking Holdings. Now, Wednesday and Thursday are the big ones. On Wednesday, it's Meta and Microsoft. And on Thursday, we get Amazon, Apple, and MasterCard. Not much happening Friday. Personally, I hold Amazon, Booking Holdings, and MasterCard, with Amazon being a big concentrated position for me. I've got really high hopes for it. In my view, it's still one of the best companies in the world. Let's start with Booking. This company has had strong growth the last 2 years. Revenue went from around $17 billion in 2022 to nearly $24 billion in 2024, and they've still got momentum going into 2025. Their strengths: global scale, a bunch of brands, smart use of AI to personalize searches, a good loyalty program, and a travel ecosystem that's pretty integrated. They generate a lot of cash, don't carry much debt, and they've been doing aggressive buybacks. So that's all good for shareholders. Now, risks include softening U.S. demand, intense competition, macro uncertainty, and some regulatory pressure. But just from my personal experience, especially here in Europe, Booking.com is still the go-to app for travel. They take a 15 to 30% cut on bookings depending on the plan, which gives them some of the best margins in the space. It's a simple model on the surface, but behind the scenes, there's a lot going on. Ads, different commission tiers, and services like customer protection. Visa and MasterCard are kind of similar, but I went with MasterCard because it's been growing a little faster in recent years. I don't just see them as a payment company. I think of them as a data powerhouse. And in today's world, data is everything. From 2022 to 2025, MasterCard grew revenue from $22 billion to over $29 billion, and profits are up over 30% in that time. They've benefited from rising digital payments, international travel, and overall strong consumer spending, even with inflation. This quarter, analysts are expecting double-digit growth again, boosted by cross-border transactions, online shopping, and some impressive AI-driven fraud tools and cybersecurity features. They're also expanding in Europe, Latin America, and Asia, locking in new partnerships. In short, MasterCard isn't just about plastic cards anymore. It's a full-on tech-driven payments company, and it's only getting stronger. As for crypto disrupting them, I don't really see it. If anything, they'll adapt just like they always have. Now to my biggest holding, Amazon. For this quarter, they're expected to post earnings of $1.33 per share, which would be up 8.1% year over year on $162.3 billion in revenue, which would be up almost 10%. As always, people will be watching AWS, their advertising business, and what they say about macroeconomic conditions, especially with tariffs and recession worries. AWS growth has slowed a bit lately, but after what we saw with Google Cloud last week, I wouldn't be surprised if Amazon posts solid numbers there too. Advertising is expected to come in around $13.9 billion, which is massive. Their guidance for operating income this quarter is $13 to $17.5 billion. A bit below consensus, but still strong. And don't forget, Prime Day just happened, so we should see a nice bump in gross merchandise volume. Everyone's also watching how their AI projects like Rufus and Q are doing, and whether that's translating to better user engagement and more revenue. Personally, I think Amazon's going to crush estimates. It's a cash printing machine. I'm also expecting a ton of CapEx as they keep building out cloud infrastructure, adding robots in their warehouses, and going all in on AI. To me, Amazon is still a forever startup, and yeah, I still think it's undervalued. Quick takes on other big names. Merck, this one's all about how their pipeline is doing. Healthcare spending is pretty stable, but there might be some headwinds from China. Visa. If consumers are still spending and travel holds up, Visa should post another solid quarter. Nothing flashy, just reliable performance. Starbucks. This one's been messy. Slower traffic, rising costs. It hasn't been smooth. Investors want to see if things are turning around, especially outside the US. Meta, still printing cash from ads, but now people want to see if all that AI spending is actually starting to pay off. Microsoft, this could be another big quarter. Azure and Copilot are the focus. Microsoft isn't just riding the AI wave, they're building it. Investors are loving that. Apple might be a quieter one. Hardware demand has been soft and their AI rollout is still early, but their services segment continues to carry a lot of weight. That's it for this week. Lots to watch. Let me know in the comments which earnings you're watching or if you're holding any of these names. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one.